Hi, Deb. Oh, believe it or not, I just tried to live stream on YouTube and it said live stream is not available at this time. I was like, no, this cannot be happening. I mean, this is bullshit. So I was kind of thinking, okay, maybe somebody is watching my videos and saying, we can't let this go on air. So I have another 5 minutes, so if you don't mind, I'll do the numbers right now. Give me a few minutes. Let me finish this. They have some long ass names, so I'm going to take all that into consideration. Yeah, it should know. Macron. Okay. N U E L G O. Okay. E. Is it Mikhail? I said E-L. Hi, Cheryl. Give me 1 second. I'm still, yeah. Debbie, Cheryl, Devin, hello. Okay. Frederick, I'm just about there. Give me 1 second. I have 3 minutes. 9, 5. See, okay. Okay. Okay, then 6, 10, 15, 16. Okay, so that's done. Alright, let's look at your 10 plus 12 is 22, 32, 34, 37. Then we have 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, 9, 10, 9. Okay. I'm getting there. How many minutes? 1 minute. Oh my God, stress. 10, 15, 20, 24, 27, 30, 10, 11, 12, 3. Okay, let's see. 9 and 9, 18, 29. That is 5 plus, okay, 27, 37, 41, 46. Okay, that is 10, 20, 25, 28, 28. Okay, 6, 13, 3, 6, 7, 21, 3. All right, I'm good. Woo! All right, let's start. Am I on time? Yeah. All right. So we have somebody here. Chasing Stardust is here. Connie is here. Hi, Connie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Newfie. Hi, Delvin. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Monbrat from Virginia. Thank you for joining. Oh, that essential oil smells just divine, y'all. So, all right. So this, I'm just going to start, okay? Whoever joins, joins. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Right? Okay, so it's not full disclosure. Where's my tissue? Yeah, I left my tissue somewhere. Well, we'll just take another one from this box. So, everybody knows the drama that's going on with the whole Brigitte Macron thingamajiggy, right? Right? With regards to, whether she is, transgender, I suppose is the right word. So give me, Elena, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Elena. Give me 1 second. Let me focus on this for a second. Thank you. Okay. Oh, good to see you though. I know sometimes, family life, it is what it is. So everybody knows the whole drama that's going on about Brigitte Macron and the whole, questioning her whether she's a guy or a girl or whatever, and all that good stuff. But before I get any further, let me just say, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Now, having said that, there's another thing I want to say. Look, a person's sexual orientation, I have nothing against it. I mean, whatever, whatever rocks your boat. But there are certain things that I feel very strongly about, and that is, if you were born a man, you're a male. If you were born with male genitalia, you're male. In my opinion, if you're born with female genitalia, you're female. Right? What you do with them afterwards, whether you want to change, alter, fix, refix, I don't know, whatever, that's something else. In my opinion, there are only two genders, male and female. But then again, if somebody wants to go and do all that, I'm not against it. You'll just do whatever. Don't bother me, I won't bother you. Life is good, right? I mean, whatever floats your boat. But there's one other thing that I feel very strongly about. All this drama, pedophilia, and all this bullcrap that's going on, yeah, that I can't deal with that. That's not acceptable in my books. And there's a reason why I mentioned that over here. But having said that, full disclosure, everybody and their puppy dog has probably seen and heard and what's going on in the news and other channels in terms of the investigation, the delving into all the details, including people in the French press and all of that, including a very popular podcaster in the United States. I will mention her name, Candace Owens. I think she's awesome because she doesn't dick around. She comes with receipts, and that is so essential as far as journalism is concerned and reporting, right? What I'm doing here is not journalism. This is just tarot. So remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Having said that, we know that there's a lot of this drama going on around in this world in terms of how certain elite families are able to manage, control, certain individuals and place them in certain positions so that they will basically they are the what you call the toys for these elite families. And it is what it is. It's a fact of life, political positioning and wealth that positions these people. And like I had made a statement one time in one of my live streams or videos, and I had said, when they talk about who's going to stand for election in the next whichever country in the next election, this, that, or the other, it isn't a spur of the moment decision. These are decisions made years in advance. And who are the people who make these decisions? It's not the who gets a ticket. It's not just the Democrats or Republicans. Let's talk about that. Pertaining to the U.S. It's the oligarchs, as in the oligarchs in the United States, if that's the right word. It is these big industrialists, these big business houses, the money lot, right? And the lobbyists who are willing to do whatever they need to push up a particular candidate so that, that candidate has a better chance of winning and does win. It's all positioning. It's all the money behind that does all of this, right? They're all pawns. I've said it many a time. True power lies not with the king but with the kingmaker. I truly believe that. So after all that drama, right, let's figure out what's going on. This is just a general energy reading. I have also watched those videos that Candace has made, not all of them because I just don't have the time to watch that. Here and there snippets and the connections she makes with some of the really, really wealthy family. You should go and watch. You should really go and watch her. I never promote other channels and other creators, not because I'm selfish and not because I want to keep the focus on me, because each person has their own, whatever they do, right? Their own material, their own area or interest. And it's not like, oh, I'm jealous, I don't want them to go. No, that's not the thing. It's just because if I don't feel strongly about a particular creator, I'm not going to say go watch. I just won't recommend because I'm not too sure about them. But in the case of Candace Owens, there are a couple of other people on the internet. I don't know the channel's name. I just can't. But if I see the thing, I will remember. I'll mention it sometime. They are also really good, very authentic. Yes, I have done my own little personal little session where I've done a tarot reading for Candace, like I do for a couple of other people that I have done for a couple of other people that I truly, truly think are very authentic and very, like, you come with receipts. There's no hanky-panky, there's no deception, there's no embellishing over there. For me, that's very important. I forget the name of that gentleman. He also is, oh my God, I forget his name. He's also top notch. No, I'm not talking about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, yes, he's an excellent journalist. Some things that he says, are a little bit controversial, but he also is very he doesn't give a flip. He's like, this is what I believe in, and he stands his ground, and kudos to that, right? But anywho, so let's get on with this. Brigitte, okay, her whole name, I'm going to say, quotes, Brigitte Marie Claude Trogneux Macron. She was born on April 13, 1953. Emmanuel Jean Michael Frederick Macron was born on 21st December 1977. 73, that would put 24 or 25 years older than Macron. She is 25 years. You know what, I'm just going to stop addressing Brigitte as a she, because in my humble opinion, Brigitte is a male, okay? Interesting thing, let me go back and look really quickly on, what's this goofus's name, Macron. I have no respect for people like this. I mean, you got to go watch, oh wait, let me see. Come on, hang on one second. So I forgot to write that down. So for him, I'll call it out as we go. Wow, this guy is something else, man. Let's take a look. Sun in Sagittarius, we know that. Where are you, buddy? Come here. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So, Teresa, hi Teresa, how are you doing? So, for Brigitte Macron, she is a Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Aries, and Mars in Taurus. For Emmanuel Jean Macron, his Sun is in Sag, Moon is in Taurus, Mercury is in Sag, Venus is in Sag, and Mars in Leo. So, there is no doubting why these two are attracted to each other. I mean, Aries and Sagittarius, they are very compatible. But let's, hi Vexing Vixen. So let's start with Brigitte Macron. For him, I'm just going to address Brigitte as a male because that's what he is. Moon in Aries is very, very interesting because this is a very defensive position for the moon to be in. And with that comes a lot of drama, if you will. I mean, seriously, it does come with a lot of drama. Let me go back and let me just make sure. What chart? Oh, come on. Are you going to... Oh, damn it. Wait. Okay, here you go. I got so many charts over here. Let's go to... So with the Sun in Aries, we know there's an element of selfishness. They always, they're naturally athletic for the most part, most Aries. There's a sense of impatience, wants to get things done right away. Yeah, selfishness, it's all about me, that type of situation. There could be, in Aries also, depending on the degrees of your planet placements, some of them can be bold and outgoing, and some of them can be a little bit more quieter. It's not that every Aries is outgoing and every Aries is an athlete and every Sagittarius is a particular thing, right? It depends on the placements and also your moon sign. So there are some quieter Aries also. One thing I'll tell you with Brigitte, he has a very, very strong personality. Very stubborn, very obstinate, and very tenacious. So with Brigitte, when he fixes his focus on something, it's like that's that. Like there's no, wavering from that. So has the ability to be very charming and easygoing. It's like switching on the power, right? So. I just saw something. So one thing about Brigitte's chart I will see is there is a chance that his vitality may suffer, and there could be troubles with bones, the teeth, things like that could pop up. So, that's something that's likely to happen. It likely to have happened through his life and will continue to, on and off, depending. There's also a there are many instances in his life where there has been like speed bumps, like, oh, I'm making progress, I love it, everything is fine, nobody's going to stop me, and then boom, it's almost like there's a feeling for him where he feels like people are purposefully causing obstacles for him, like, and that has physically happened in terms of his life, right? Here it's in the chart. You can go check on it if you know astrology and things like that. And there's also a self-destructive, because there is opposition between the Sun and Neptune. There could be some self-destruction type of a thing that has happened in the past and could. All right. Let's take this further. So we know the moon represents emotions and all that good stuff, right? For Brigitte, the moon being in Aries, right? I mean, his moon in Aries, it is a defensive position, period, okay? Even if the sun or the rising sign is more like, balanced or even low-key, moon in Aries that makes a person a little bit more like more passionate, like more fiery, etc., etc. And also, emotional issues take precedence. They could also get very, very emotional and unbalanced. And it's all about it's not. It's all about instant gratification. So I'm not going to get any more into the astrology of it because it will take forever, right? I mean, we all know astrology. I like it. I love it. You know, but okay. So for Brigitte Macron, he has the number 1 and 8 that is active based on what I'm seeing over here. So let's go take a look at the first house. So if he's in Aries, the first house is all about yourself, your fame, your health, your environment, your character, you know, strengths, weaknesses, inclination, your unhappiness, happiness, aptitude, independence, you know, your attributes, that sort of a thing. Eighth house talks about some of the aspects. I'm not listing all of them. Longevity, death, will, secrets, legacies, disgrace, degradation, that's on the negative side. Defeat, insult, sorrow, you know, sexual energy, illusions, institutions, shared resources, all of that also falls, material matters falls into the 8th house. So if he is a sun in Aries, first house is Aries, 8th house is going to be Scorpio. And so let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house for Aries is Scorpio. Mars is a ruler of Scorpio. But for him, Brigitte, I'm going to address him as him. So for Brigitte, Mars is actually in Taurus. So let's take a look. Just like I said, I'm not going to look at astrology. I am drawn to astrology. So let's go and look at Mars and Taurus. So very goal-oriented, very, what's the word? Once the decision has been made to follow a particular path, very systematically organized, step-by-step type of an approach to dealing with the situation, okay? There's a lot of value and strength and stability. Obviously, there's also a element of what's the word? How should I put it? I have to be careful in the words I choose. As much as Aries can be a little bit short-tempered or whatever, Mars and Taurus over here tells me that he's not very reactive. Like it takes a little to push him over the edge to lose his cool. Very well planned long-term goals, knows exactly what he wants to go about doing it. And it's all about sexuality and sensuality, okay? So there's a big focus on that as well. So now let's just pull some cards for ding dong ding along, and we will see. So and of course I'll do the same for Emmanuel, and then we'll draw cards for the two of them together, which I should have gotten the other deck. Let me grab the other deck so I'll have twinsies. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Hello. What's up, Bernie? Oh, baby. I should have got this organized before. No, where's it? Okay. There we go. Oops! Oh my god. I better not be dropping that deck anywhere. I mean, that knife anywhere. Sorry, y'all. I had to quickly grab this because I forgot. I better be careful with this. Alright, there you go. We'll set this aside. Ooh. This will be an interesting one, y'all. I'm a little bit excited for this. Okay, so settle down, grab your drink, or whatever it is, your beverage of choice. Where do I keep these? Oh my word, I have no space. Okay, there. Okay, that should do. So let's see what pops out for Brigitte Macron. Brigitte Macron, Brigitte Macron. So we have Jupiter, we have Libra, and we have Mercury. Jupiter, Libra, and Mercury. Interesting. Wait, did I not? Oh, Jupiter. Wait, did I not see a lot of Sagittarius in Emmanuel's? Yeah, he has Sagittarius. His Sun in Sag, Mercury in Sag, Venus in Sag. No, get out of here. Okay, so for Brigitte, Mars is in Taurus, and for Emmanuel, Moon is in Taurus. We have Judgment. Oh, yeah. Exactly what's happening for them right now. The World card. One more. The Chariot. You can't make up this stuff, y'all. I mean, this is like, it's laughable. I mean, not in a bad way. What I mean, and respectfully with regards to cards, I mean, they don't lie. They just pop out. So we have Jupiter, we have Libra, we have Mercury, and then we have the Judgment card, the World card, and the Chariot card. So let's take a look. We know Jupiter, it's all about expansions, right? Go big or go home, right? And then you have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card, we know, is Pluto. It talks about forgive and forget. It talks about radical changes, rebirth, growth, ability to rebuild. That's all fine and dandy, but what is the obstruction? Because clearly what's going on right now in media is almost like there is no forgive and forget and, you know, changes and rebirth type of a thing, but it's almost like people are catching on to the lie and have intentions of putting an end to their, you know, their reign, if you will, right? So let's see how it goes further. Then you have Libra. Okay, so Libra and the World card. Libra is ruled by whom? Libra is ruled by Venus, and then the World card is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is all about completion, success, rewards, and, you know, things coming in the World card, things coming to a full circle because of your hard work and effect. So it's interesting here that there is a great effort being made to balance and to bring out the truth. But unfortunately, because of where this is, and remember right now Pisces is in 2.5 years, has he retrograded or not? I don't know. But generally speaking, Pisces is in, Saturn is in Pisces. So him being in Aries, and Pisces is the 12th sign, it is a little bit like of a situation where you can say courts and decisions and legalities is going to be a big issue for the next couple, 2-3 years for this fool. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Moving on, we have Mercury and we have the Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card is Cancer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Cancer is the 4th house from Aries, and 4th house talks about, you know, your home, your property, your emotions, your mindset, your fundamentals, your, you know, things like that. And it also talks about, and it's with Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Mercury rules Virgo. So here's the thing with Gemini. Gemini is the 3rd house for Aries, so communication. So there is no balanced communication that's coming out of them. They are not able to present to the world, or those who are questioning his whether he's male or female or whatever. They are not in any way, shape or form showing proof that it's either this or that. Like, make up your mind. By just ignoring it doesn't mean that, you know, you people don't see you. I mean, the problem is going to go away. This problem is not going to go away. Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte Macron, they are in big doo-doo. They are going to have to, at one point or the other, face the onslaught of public wrath, if you will. And yes, it has started. It's been going on for a couple of years here. But it's going to intensify. Without a doubt, it's going to intensify. So 1, 2, 3, Mercury, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these two cards right here, I'm sorry, let me show them to you. What this is telling me is Third house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, 1, 2, 3, okay, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, okay, 3, 4 and 6. So communication with regards to your home, the home as you need it, as you see it, as you identify with, place where you're comfortable with, place where you feel security, right? And then you have your sixth house also. Sixth house talks about the native zone work, your worries, your mental health, your friends, your enemies, things like that. But there's also some disease and deception going on around here. So definitely this is not a thing that this is to be expected. I mean, I'm surprised that this hasn't, only in the past year, I think it has picked up, not even a year, right? It has picked up this whole momentum. But they are up shit creek, one way or the other, whichever way you look at it, they are most certainly up shit creek. This is not going to go away, them. And again, full disclosure, we all know that Candace Owens was, she stated on one of her little videos that they had filed a lawsuit against her for defamation. They had filed a lawsuit against a couple of other people, journalists and investigative journalists in France also for defamation. Filing defamation is one thing, but in that defamation they're not saying it's because clearly they're not saying quote unquote Brigitte is a female but y'all are like whatever. They're just saying, oh, you're defaming. Well, give us proof, right? So how can you call it defamation if you cannot prove otherwise, in my opinion? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a legal expert. So how do you answer that? How do you deal with that? The truth has been out. It's just that, and I agree, Debbie, but the truth has been out for a long time. It's just that they squashed it. They've tried to. Y'all got to go watch that. I mean, the number of people, how large and how big and how extended and how broad the scam is, because I feel that these people have really scammed the French citizens and also people of the world, because they are on the international political stage, right? They communicate with other countries' leaders and this and that and all that. So they are 100% like causing what's the word? Doubt in a lot of people's minds, because there's so much of such a farce, there's so much of cover up, extensive cover up by big people of industries, right? I mean, big industrial whatever people, the rich, the famous, the political sector, the business sector, the fashion sector, the media sector, all of that. You all got to go watch it. You have to absolutely watch it. But she's all about the salaciousness. Here, we're just looking at tarot. So let's see. And again, Candace has got a gazillion videos on this. I haven't watched all of them because I simply cannot. Okay, focus. Let's see what's going on. There we go. We got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Star card. We have the Nine of Cups. So we'll do that. Two. I got to take one more. And then we have the Hangman. So the way I'm looking at things here at the moment is that, okay, let's go. Before I get any further, let me put up some charms. Oh, this guy. Money, man, this is great. Let me show you the first one. I didn't show you. And I'll tell you what these symbolize for me. If I can hold it. Yeah. Oh, two of them came up. I just want one. A little aircraft. a seashell, a cross, and this little bird. A lot of chitter chatter. So with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that, I'm sorry, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, my bad. Oh, dang, Butterfingers, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So we know the Seven of Pentacles says, you know, you have to continue to work, there's a lot of patience, there's a lot. But here in the reverse, look, somehow Brigitte feels that I've said and done everything I can and say there's nothing else I'm going to have to say. I'm just going to back off at this time. Brigitte is not so vested anymore. Hi Beverly, good evening. Because Brigitte has now very conveniently put the whole thing on Emmanuel Macron's shoulders and say, you deal with it. This is all about your presidency or whatever. You deal with it. Like almost shifting the responsibility, not taking responsibility for all the drama that's going on. And in all honesty, even Emmanuel Macron should be held responsible for it. We can't just say, oh, he's innocent. Sure, he was 15 when she was 29, or 40 or something, and she was doinking him. I mean, that is pedophilia and rape and child molestation. We know that. But here she's like, you know, I stood by you all these. Here he says, Brigitte says, I stood by you all these years. I did everything that I was supposed to do. Now this is it. The ball is in your court. You fix it. I'm not going to be bothered about it. So it's become more like a political thing where I'm sure the people in the inner circle of Macron's government or whatever are trying their very best to deal with the situation. A lot of money has been thrown at people, and then you have the Knight of Cups, right? Knight of Cups talks about, you know, proposals and this and that, emotional. A lot of money has been thrown and offered to people to shut up and go away. Like, you know, people who have tried to talk about it and whatever, like bought people off. And not just buying people off and saying, take the money and go away, shut up and go away or whatever. But it's also a lot of money has been spent over the years, over the decades of this bullcrap, because they got married, in 2007, right? So 10, 13, 18 years now. A lot of money. This has been going on for decades, right? Obviously, this alleged affair, well, it isn't alleged, it's a fact, they did have an affair. So the cover-up, the grooming, the cover-up, all that's been going on for a while. Then you have so with the money that they've spent in terms of squashing rumors, in terms of creating a profile, an image that is more easily acceptable to the general public, more so in France and the rest of the world, oh heck, major campaigns, and it shows here, and they've come from a very, all that's done to appease people's emotions, like, oh, Brigitte is so classy. No, there's nothing classy about that thing. Look, I'm no great beauty, I know that, thank you very much, you don't need to tell me that, I know it. But this is where it gets a little bit bitchy and like mean girl type of thing. But there's that one, I'm sorry y'all, I'm kind of going a little bit off the subject. There's this one clip I saw. It was a brief clip of Brigitte wearing trousers and like a coat and walking and saying something, and he goes and sits. Just the way he sits, no woman can sit like that. I mean, I shouldn't say no woman can. In my humble opinion, women naturally don't sit like that. It's such a typical move that guys have, men have, and that's how men sit. I was like, there's no way this thing is a female. Okay? So, look, again, I'm not dissing transgenders or whatever. Look, you do you, whatever. But the issue over here, why people are getting so upset about this is it's very clearly been set up for decades. They have groomed this kid, Emmanuel. They have put Brigitte where Brigitte is to groom, and it's been going on for decades. And also, the two of them doinking each other when Emmanuel was like 15 years old. I mean, come on. I mean, that's like pedophilia. So that's crazy. So that is what is pissing people off. But then let's look at the Six of Swords. Six of Swords with the little charm that I have over here, it says, quick, very quickly, the past couple of months to maybe about 4-5 months, and in the rest of this year, they're going to do very, very quickly start taking action to move away from this scandal. It's almost like, I don't know whether Macron is coming up for re-elections or whatever, I don't know all that drama, but they're actively, intensely trying to move away from this drama, distance themselves from this drama, because they know how damaging it is, and they know it's the truth. Like people know, people are not stupid. Come on, you hid it for so long, but not anymore. It's like people know now. So, and then we move on to the star card, which is Aquarius. Aquarius is the 11th house for Aries. Now, what is 11th house? Like-minded people, groups and friends, gains from profession, profit from trade, acquisition of money, people supporting via money, wealthy people, all of that. And you have the seashells over here, okay? I mean, seashell. Let me show you this. That support has never stopped. That support has gone on. And ever since he's been placed as the president of France, let me tell you the ripple effect. He has had to pay back in one way, shape or form all these big wigs by granting them, contracts and this and that, and turning a blind eye or look there, not here, so that these people continue to make their money and they continue to be successful. So he is also paid back. Okay. Then you have the Nine of Cups and the cross. So I don't know whether they're Protestants or Catholic. I think France is Catholic, right? I don't know. Is France a Catholic nation or a Protestant nation? Let me see. Where's this safari? Okay, here we go. Is France a Catholic country? Let's see. Approximately 51% of population identifies as Christian, with the vast majority being Catholic. So Catholic or Protestant. Okay, here this one says the population in France is roughly 50% Roman Catholic. So I don't know what to think of it, but anywho, wish fulfillment is, the Nine of Cups is very interesting because it does say, okay, your wish is coming true. It's Catholic. You think, yeah, I think so too. But and the cross being over here, I feel like the next step they're going to start like looking at the church for the church support, because in the good old days, the church was very much involved in making alliances and which king married which whoever and vice versa. But here they're going to be leaning on religion and asking for whoever the church is, or some sort of a comment or statement coming from there saying that Brigitte has been christened a girl or whatever, they're looking for that. Then you have the hangman and this little birdie over there. So the hangman is ruled by, I lost my train of thought. Oh my God, it's Neptune. So Neptune we know is there's going to be a lot of illusion, there's a lot of purposeful creation of an illusion that's going to camouflage all of this chitter chatter and make it look like everything is fine and dandy. But that's actually going to backfire on them even further. So there's a great element or great urgency to sort this out, but it's not going to sort out for the next, till the end of this year. We're going to see some drama, and it's not going to just end the end of this year. It's going to continue. I think Macron is in trouble. You have the Six of Wands. Then we have the Page of Cups. We take these two cards, or three cards. We have the Four of Cups, right? Then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, they're going to walk away. And the Moon card, look, when is the election in France? Let me see. When is the next elections in France? Let's go. The next elections in France. Hang on. June 17, 2029. So they have another, oh, wait, no. Next French legislative election. See, this is what my phone is saying, so I don't know. Okay. And then it says next presidential election. President elections are scheduled to be held in France in or around April 27. So April, and we know Ding Dong Ding Along is born in April, 2 years. So yeah, I don't think this is going to bode very well for Emmanuel and Macron, his political career. I think it's kind of over and done with. Because it's going to be a little bit, a lot of drama between now and then, a lot of drama. So, moving on. So, here we have the Six of Wands, and we may think, oh, Six of Wands, yay, yippee, it's a positive card, it's a great card, whatever. Six of Wands followed by the Page of Cups, and then you have the Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, and then the Moon card. This does not look very well, because you may think temporarily you have won. It's an illusion. Remember, Neptune was there earlier. So that's going to create an illusion saying that, oh, we have won, we've gotten. But no, you have the Page of Cups popping up there. Then what's going to happen shortly after that, it's going to be, this is all going to happen after the next, where are we, August, right? August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, within the next 6-7 months, you watch. Then there's going to be new kind of information coming out. And it's almost like an, oh my God, Bunny, stop. It's almost like emotional, people coming from an emotional place, being devastated by certain things that have happened, like more inside, more of the secrets are going to be spilled out. And then you have the Four of Cups. Oh yeah, Four of Cups is great, right? Yeah, it's you may think Four of Cups is wonderful. No, it isn't, because that is telling me that there's a lot of unfulfilled emotions that are going to be coming out, and this is going to come out from people who say they have been either victims in one way, shape, or form, or people who know of stuff that has happened and they have been purposefully quietened down or held down. And then you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, Brigitte is going to try his level best, including Macron, to walk away from this. They're not, and unfortunately they're not, because the Moon card pops up over here. And the Moon, again, is Pisces. So the Moon card is a Pisces card over here, and it says, no, hold on a second, there's a lot of deception, there's a lot of stuff that is what's the word? Hidden. Things are not going to be very open, and you have to wait. Now, hold on a second. Let me see. Do I have my chart over here? Let me take a look, because I do believe this is going to play out. When does Saturn move out? Oh, because I don't have my chart. Saturn is finally going to leave Pisces on 23rd February. So Saturn goes forward and comes back. We know all that. It's going to stay stationary. It's going to retrograde. All that drama is happening, right? But But 23rd February 2028, Saturn is finally going to leave Pisces. So, 2.5 years basically. So let's look at that. I just want to make sure I get the dates right. And Saturn had entered Aries on May 24, 2025. So we know why this drama has escalated, because Saturn is always going to test you and put restrictions, etc. And it was in Aries, and Aries is Brigitte's first house, so we know why all this escalated. So I do believe until 2026, end of the early part of 2027, this drama is going to go on. And seeing as how the elections are going to come up in 2027 for the presidential elections in France, I think my dates are right as far as that is concerned. It's all over and done with. I mean, these two clowns can go and, but honestly, y'all, if you look at it one way or the other, we know this is deception. We know this is pedophilia. We know this is, impersonating and trying to be something you're not, whatever. But at the end of it all, do I think these two are going to ever be held criminally accountable for all this deception? My answer is no. They will not. They are just going to fade away because of the power of the people who have supported them, who showed up their resources, who have put them in this position. And Macron has more than paid back all these people and the help that they have given him to put him in this position of being president of France. So it's the same bullshit all over, y'all. It's like, it's the same thing. They're all going to be fine. These elites, they're all going to be fine, and they're going to continue with their bullcrap under a cloak of darkness somewhere else. It is what it is, what it is. It's bullshit. But I'm going to say Brigitte's life, as we know, all this, like, it's all going to go downhill from here. The emotional stress, the drama, the legalities, the constant, if it's not this press, then it's that press. If it's not this, there's a major effort being made to create a particular narrative to put out in the public, to kind of force down the throats of the public and say, hey, Brigitte is also loving and this and that and the other. They are not going to succeed in that. They're not. People are not going to buy it. It's a waste. And who's going to fund all that shit? It's the government. The publicity, right? The government is going to be funding all of that. So, I'm sorry, but it's really very badly effed up. So, let's move on to Emmanuel. And another thing I wanted to say in terms of, let's take a quick look at this. I forgot, Brigitte, and they're saying like he has 3 kids and yada yada. Let me take a quick look at that and see. Ow. 3 kids. Brigitte's 3 kids. Whether they are truly his biological kids. Let me take a look at that. No, let me do this. Absolutely not. They're absolutely not his biological kids. Huh. I'm going to say no because that's what this is showing me. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anywho, so if they got married in 2053. So when they got married, Brigitte was 57. Oh, wait. They got married in 2007, right? So how old was Brigitte? Brigitte was born in 53. (2003) 54 years when Brigitte got married. So obviously they wouldn't be able to conceive. So, and how can, but all right, let's move on to Doofus McGoofus, Emmanuel Macron. So his name is Emmanuel Jean Michael Frederick Macron. He was born on 21st December 1977. He is a sun in Sag, moon in Taurus, Mercury in Sag, Venus in Sag, and Mars in Leo. So a little bit of that. See, the attraction between the two is undeniable. So having said that, let's not deny that. That is undeniable. They, it is what it is, what it is. So, wait, what? Oh, for a second. So it is undeniable. And Aries and Sagittarius typically they get along fairly well. So for Macron, he has the third house and fourth house, right? So if he's a Sag, his third house, these are pretty much fucked. Okay, third house, 1, 2, 3. Third house is Aquarius, and fourth house is Pisces. Oh my God. Pisces. And this one is Aries, and eighth house is Scorpio. So let's look at Sun and Sagittarius, and then you have third house. Third house is Aries. So third house, what is the third house all about? Third house is all about communication, right? And his third house is Aquarius. Aquarius communication, as we know, is important. And Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So no matter what he comes about, like his environment, his inclinations, his profession, the courage, his immediate environment, all of that stuff, right? It's going to be a little bit of how he communicates with people in his immediate environment. All of that is going to come into question, right? And it is in Aquarius, so there's a lot of restrictions, there's a lot of sudden changes, and because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, so I'm going to go so far as to say that he is forced to kind of keep quiet, and also a lot of talk, posturing, but that's really not going to help him and get him anywhere, even though he's a first citizen of France, right? I mean, that's what presidents are called, right? He'll have to change his dialogue, his approach to really quiet. Here's another thing. At the moment, they're acting like this is nothing. They're letting their PR team take care of this whole drama. They have not come out and made a statement. They are not going to make a statement now unless they're really pushed to the corner, unless there's an absolute lawsuit against them in France by the people of France. They are not going to make a statement. They're going to try and push it away and put it on the shoulders of their PR team to do it. Because the moment they address it, then it's like accepting that they made a mistake type. That's psychologically, that's how it's going to appear to the public. So they are trying not to. They're like, oh, we just carry on to life is good, we let our PR team handle it. PR team is not. Oh my God. I got another bunny fur on my mouth. Hang on, y'all, I'm telling you. Vacuum the house twice a day. We brush him at least on a minimum once a day. In most days it's twice a day, but he still sheds. And he's got health. He's always had a healthy coat. We've kind of trimmed him, but still there's fur everywhere. And that fine fur, oh my God, gets on my nerves. So the issue with putting so much stock in the PR team to deal with it is that's going to backfire pretty soon. That is going to backfire. So let's take a look and see what's going on for Emmanuel Macron. Show me and how well, see, an average couple like citizens, they would not be able to get away with, this is a scam. They would not be able to get away with this at all. The reason why these two Goofus McGoofus and Goofus McDoofus have gotten away with it is because the level of power they're in and the kind of money and the kind of people who have been supporting them, right? That's how they're getting away with it. The average citizen would not get away with this. You play this scenario out in like just normal average people, they wouldn't be able to do this and get away with it. Emmanuel Macron. Virgo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th house. Okay, Virgo. Saturn. And Aquarius. Huh. Yeah, so let's do this. Hi, Lucinda. You have to go back and you're going to rewind and watch. star card. Are we surprised? Not at all. Look at how much help they have. The devil card. Look at how much help they have, y'all. And the Empress. They have so much help. It's not a joke. That's how they've been able to get away with it. I mean, the power of people who have supported them and helped them from behind the scenes. I mean, these two, unbelievable. So let's take a look. So if Emmanuel Macron is a Sagittarius, he's got Virgo, the first card over here. Virgo is 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10th house. So if Virgo is the 10th house for Sag, it's all about professions, your reputations, morals, your life goals, right? Your environment, respect, dignity, inheritance from the father, honor, government, your position in life, your rank, all of that. And then you have the star card. It's so clearly obvious. I'm surprised, like Emmanuel Macron really wouldn't have reached the level he has if it weren't for him being groomed as a child, and I'm sure there's something to do with his father as well, him being groomed as a child and him having the support of all these wealthy people and the business houses who have supported him and who pushed him up for a specific agenda. From a very young age, he has been groomed. He has been picked and he has been groomed because it is, and literally his life has been molded to be what it is now. I mean, it's like, he's just a pawn. One more time, true power lies not with the king but with the kingmaker. It's very clearly evident. Moving on. He's got Saturn over here, and Saturn, as we know, rules Capricorn, and Saturn also rules Aquarius, and then you have the devil card. Oh yeah, so now that's double Saturn, right? Let's take a look. Devil card is Capricorn. It talks about, talks about liberation at its best, but it also talks about ties. Toxic relationships is one of it, but ties to, just look at the card. It talks about ties to people and entities and organizations where you are bound to them to deliver and kept under a tight leash. This guy has been monitored, he has been groomed, he has been trained, he has been taught, he has been monitored, he has been sheltered, protected for a specific agenda, so that these privileged people can benefit from his position and power. And he has been put into politics because of that. Okay, this guy is very closely monitored, he is bound to these people, and he is never going to be able to break those chains. After that you have Aquarius. Now for Sagittarians, Aquarius is the third house again in communication, right? So Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, and Aquarius is ruled by, what are we talking about? Uranus. And then you have the High Priestess, which is, the Empress, which is Venus. So the support and the abundance of support and abundance of support that he has got, I'm going to say Brigitte also has had a hand in it, but in terms of the communication, how they've been able to present himself and his relationship with Brigitte to the world, I'm going to go so far as to say there's a female who has been principal in this, in being able to create this whole illusion of a presentation, this ideal couple, and all of that stuff is very, very tightly controlled and has been presented to the public. So there's a female over here, very powerful. Oh my goodness, she's super duper powerful, who has been instrumental in this, in creating this persona, this package deal, this product, this whatever, and pitched it to the public. Very powerful woman, very powerful. But there's something about her, I don't know, the energy I get from that is not very good. Surprisingly, look at this here. Communications, right? And you have Aquarius, which is Saturn, and Uranus. I'm going to go so far as to say, if at all the bubble bursts, if at all, the bubble has burst, everybody's questioning them now. The first seed of doubt, the first seed of chitter chatter Okay, let's back up. Ow, damn it. Just knocked my shin. This female who has been instrumental in creating this personality, this what you call this product, and refining it and planting all the right things in, in the media, and doing this and that and all that, releasing the photographs, and oh, take this picture but don't take that picture, release this picture but not that picture, and all of that stuff. As powerful as this person is and has been able to manage and control these two magoofuses, this same individual on the negative side is responsible for bringing these two down, like planting a seed of doubt, or there's some drama going on over there. I want to just pull these charms. Hang on 1 second, because what is this even? Oh, the Pegasus. Oh. And the moon card, y'all, I kid you not. This very same individual, okay, is the one who helped them, is the one who's actually instrumental in taking them down. Not she, this female is not personally doing it, but planting the seeds and poking certain holes in the fabric here and there, and that has created that wave, and it's all coming out because of her. So I don't know what these two Macrons did to piss her off, because that person is quite crafty, quite strong, quite smart, not afraid, and it's going to continue. It is going to continue. Look, the moon card, there's a lot under the surface. The Pegasus trying to fly above but will not be able to. Okay, and this, it's an ongoing drama. Slowly and steadily it's going to progress. It's going to get worse for these two. Macron, what do we have? Ace of Swords. Take these two. Four of Wands. The Strength card. The Strength card. The Nine of Wands. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. Let me put these two here. One more. The Ace of Wands. Ooh, interesting. Oh, man. We have like a tag, like a little tag. What do you call those tags? You know, the military guys, they with the dog tag. Then we have this beautiful flower. Oh, this fell into it. I'm going to disregard this because this should not have been in this thing, in this container. So, ooh, the United States flag. Right on the Strength card. Then you have the violin. The Celtic knot, or whatever that's called. Two of them popped out, and then we have a broken, what do you call those things in the clock? The hand, broken hand. Oh, I can't take that. Give me one. The relationships. So here I'm going to say he has to be very, very clear in his, what you call, in his approach, in his mind, in like proper planning, strategic thinking and planning. Otherwise, he's absolutely going to lose his support, the public support. He's absolutely going to lose it. He has to be very strategic. And so the support and the, his team, his people, his constituents or whoever votes for him, he's going to have to be very, 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 very clear. This is a time for Macron to be like, do I start putting my family behind, or like in this case Brigitte behind, and not kind of making Brigitte kind of recede a little into the background, or do I go forward? So because it's a very, very fine line he's walking, right, Macron. And then you have the Four of Wands. So it's all about the home. Four of Wands does talk about, homecoming, celebration, family reunions and all that. But unfortunately, he's going to have to rethink. He's like, what is more important for me, to continue and the way I am, or forcing Brigitte to kind of start receding, not going out for so many, not going up to so many public events or this or that or whatever. Then you have the Strength card. So as we know, the Strength card is a Leo card, correct? And he's got Mars and Leo. So Sagittarius 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth house. Ninth house. Okay. So publishing, new beginnings, conclusions, discovery, long journeys, etc. But somehow, I don't know why, I feel like there is going to be some sort of a interaction, tug of war. I wonder if this has got to do with Candace, because this is a United States flag, right? Stars and stripes. Oh, let me see. Where is this? There you go. Okay. I wonder if this is like seriously getting into a power struggle with Candace. Maybe that's popping up over here. That's surprising. And then you have the Nine of Wands with the not the violin. What is this called, y'all? That's not the violin. Yeah, it is the violin, isn't it? Is this the violin or the other big one, the big instrument, the trombone or whatever? It's a musical instrument. Well, Nine of Wands says, look, you may come and you may start a big lawsuit or whatever, try to use political power or your connections in the United States to subdue all the talk that's going on over here. But with the Nine of Wands, it's like you got to maintain your boundaries, because it's not going to, it's actually going to aggravate, and it's going to increase the salaciousness and the coverage of your situation. So he's ding dong, he's got to be careful. Then you have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Look, he is not going to fare very well with his legal issues with whoever it is here within the United States. He's not going to. Absolutely, he's not going to, because the clock is broken. It's not moving. It's all up in knots. He's not going to bode well. Then you have the Ace of Wands. Then he is going to decide and say, okay, now I really have to take action. I really have to be creative. I really have to start a new approach, think of a new approach as to how to be able to fix it. And because I feel he's going to put his wife in the background a little bit. So then that's going to create some issues in terms of their personal relationship. And now he's going to struggle and say, how the heck do I now go back and recover that, because I've already lost my control over my political career and these legal issues and all that, but now I got to go and recover that. So hindsight is 2020. It's not a good situation for the Macrons for the next 2.5 years. I doubt if he's going to win the next elections. I really will be surprised if he does. I'll be like, dude, people in France are crazy. But if they vote for him again. And all this drama that's going on in terms of the people who have been supporting them, the business houses and all that's going to come out in the wash. That is going to be exposed. The problem is nothing's going to be done about it because of the power and the wealth they have. Look, a whole bunch of people have absolutely lost their careers, lost their lives, lost their sanity over this drama, trying to expose them. Because these two, I'm not saying these two have gone around offing people, but the powers that be who have been supporting these two, who have put them in a position of power for their own individual agenda, they are the ones who've been eliminating and cleaning house. So It's a odd situation. Oh my God. So somebody says the age of consent in France is 15. When did it become? When did that happen? Was it always 15, or just recently they changed it to 15? This is going to go to court. Even in the French court, there's going to be some sort of a drama over here. Okay, so now, am I missing something here? I thought I got something pinged over here. Okay. The legal issues are not over, not by any way, shape, or form. Okay. So, I have two of these sets, right? And I have two of these, right? So we'll do one. Oh, I hope I didn't bend this. We'll do one for Goofus McGoofus and one for Doofus McGoofus. In my opinion, this is for okay. Disclaimer: this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. In my opinion, Brigitte Macron is a male. So, this what I'm drawing is for Brigitte. We have Mars. I'm going to take one more, and we have Leo. Oh, this one's. Oh, guess who has Mars and Leo? Oh my God, Emmanuel Macron has Mars and Leo. Now this is going to be for Macron. Okay, one dropped out, Cancer. And the Moon card, wow. You cannot make up this stuff. And let's pull out one in the middle. We have the Magician. And then the Emperor. And then the Pope. The Hierophant. I'm sorry, the Hierophant. Hierophant, Pope, whatever. It is symbolic of organizations, government agencies. So, wait, she says the age was raised to 15 in 1977. Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy was freaking groomed as a child, man. I'm telling you. To be where he is today, to admit that Doofus McGoofus, in a way, you could say Brigitte is Emmanuel's handler. So Brigitte has Mars and Leo, and Emmanuel has Cancer and Moon. In the middle, we have the Magician, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. I can't, y'all. I just can't. So Cancer, right? Oh my God. So she's an Aries, and she's got the fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth house, okay, and Mars. Oh my God, speculation. There is also the so-called children of Brigitte Macron. They're also going to be coming up in the forefront and talking a lot about this. You're going to hear some from them also. So it talks about love affairs, past life karmas. It talks about speculation. It talks about whole bunch of stuff, lot of speculation, freedom, change, dynamic energy, all of that. And it's a very contentious because Macron has got Mars and Leo. So this is a very, very contentious stance that Brigitte, I think between the two of them, I think Brigitte is losing her shit, or his shit. Then this Doofus McGoofus, Macron, he's got Cancer in the Moon. So if he's a Sag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8th house. 8th house is Cancer for him, and 8th house does talk about longevity, wills, secrets, legacies, disgrace, illusions, shared resources, you know, defeat, degradation, sorrow, occult, etc. And he's got the moon card. So there's a lot that's going to go on behind the scenes that is going to be kept under wraps. And Macron is also keeping a tight control of a lot of stuff that probably even Brigitte doesn't know about. So he's like being very super secretive. In the middle of all this, you have the magician. The magician is what? Mercury, communication. You know, somebody who has the ability to create the narrative, to put out a specific narrative, to manage the narrative. And then you have the Emperor card, is Aries, right? It talks about independence, masculinity, foresight, all of that, headstrong, stubborn stuff. And then you have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, institutions, you know, must conform, order, religion, government agencies. Isn't it odd that the magician is also controlling the Emperor, which is the Aries card, and Brigitte is Aries, and even the government is, oh my god, this is fucked up, y'all. Sorry, I mean, I shouldn't have said fucked up, but there, I said it again. I should have said effed up, but whatever. Let's get 3 cards for Brigitte, and with the other deck, I'll get 3 cards for Macron. We have 7 of Cups. We have the Star card, interesting. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Ooh, I wonder if Brigitte is going to be taking Macron to court, or somebody who's their team or their whatever who has been helping them to court. I wonder. Because she's got wish fulfillment, or he's got, I keep forgetting, he's got. Then we have Knight of Swords for Macron. Then we have Knight of Wands. Ooh, quick action is going to be taken. Ah, shit, says. Okay, so there's nothing more to this. So Brigitte is going to say, I have a lot of options. I could do this, that, and the other. She's also going to have a certain faction of people. Brigitte, he's going to have a faction of people supporting him, because Aquarius is the 11th house of like-minded people, groups and friends, you know. They're going to be helping, and it's groups and friends from an extreme. It's not just people, and Aquarius is a card that's also typically, in my opinion, assigned to alternative, like the LGBTQ, and there's nothing wrong with that, and transgender and all that. So Brigitte is going to have a lot of support from that faction. 9 of Cups, to a certain extent, Brigitte, I think, is going to have some sort of a satisfaction in knowing that, okay, fine, you know, it's not my problem anymore, you deal with it. And Brigitte is actually going to end up walking away. For Macron, he's the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, both rushing towards facing Brigitte, and 8 of Swords. Knight of Swords, a lot of quick action, a lot of chatter, information, quick action, right? Lifestyle change, and taking action, like being very creative in how you make these changes happen, whether it is controlling the narrative for Brigitte, or creating a separate life for Brigitte, or saying, okay, you go retire and be quiet and I'll come and join you later. But it's also self-incriminating and self-restriction. So it's almost whatever Emmanuel does at this time is not going to behoove him, because one way or the other he's screwed. Okay. And you have Justice. Okay, what is the Justice card? It is Libra, quotes. Yeah, I think Macron is going to be in a situation where he'll have to face some legal troubles, legal issues. So both of them will, but Macron, I wouldn't be surprised if between the two of them, I wouldn't be surprised if Brigitte might file a lawsuit to say, okay, I want divorce or whatever. So in so Beverly says, I think 77 is wrong. It looks like an ordinance was passed in 45, raising the age to 15 from 1863 up until ordinance it was 13. Oh my God. In the 70s, there was an effort to repeal the age being raised from 13 to... Oh, okay. Okay. So, I don't know. This is seriously Am I putting it back in the right? Hang on one second. I just want to make sure I put it back in the right bag. Yeah, this goes here. And this goes here. Cancer and the moon card. Alright, I just want to make sure I put them away. This is not going to turn out very well for these two. It's not. And forget about winning the next elections. I don't know how many times you can run for elections in France. I don't know how that works, but it's come on. And his fight with their fight with whoever is within the United States, a legal thing now. They can use political power or whatever to subdue the press over here from, certain journalists and press from continuing down their path, but they're not going to succeed. Because here we have freedom of speech, and they're going to be like, F off, doofus. So, alright. Yeah, I thought he was 14. I'm just now hearing that, they're saying he was 15, but I thought he was 14 when all this happened, but whatever. So, any questions regarding this case, y'all? So, so let's see. Okay. No questions? Then we'll just wrap it up. Do you all have any questions regarding this case? A lot of people have been hurt by these two. A lot of people. A lot of people have been eliminated also because of these two, trying to hush them down and keep their secrets quiet and not question them. A lot of people have been. So, they dropped the case against Candace. The Sun card is saying yes. But my head is saying no. But the Sun card is saying yes. Let's ask again. Will they drop the case against Candace? No? Too many. Temperance. Maybe call it quits. So I think they'll either completely drop it, or there'll be like, there'll be like a truce. Which is basically dropping it. Okay, what else you got? That's it? So we can call it quits? Alright y'all, if that's all we got, then that's all we got. So let me see. So let's start engage with the audience. How am I engaging? Okay, start a poll. We got very few people here, so start a poll. Do you think? I think. Okay. How create the poll there. That's it. Start the poll. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Chasing Stardust. 100% say yes. I agree. I agree. Oh, my pleasure, everybody. Thank y'all. Thank all of you. And blessed be y'all. And what I'm going to be doing is I will be posting a video. I'll try and do it tomorrow, if not on Sunday. I'll have to do it tomorrow, I suppose, the week ahead, for the week of August. Where are we at? So tomorrow I'll post a video for a tarot reading for all signs for the week of August 11th to the 17th. So watch out for that. I'll probably upload sometime around this time in the evening. Watch out for that. And thank you everybody for your support, your participation. your comments, and please do go over to my TikTok and show me some support there also. I do appreciate you all. I do post some videos over there, and I did a live stream, I think, once, my first live stream. Oh my God, that was a learning experience. I plan on doing more. So I think the next live stream I do on TikTok, I'm going to do like a one card read for people who show up. So I'm going to set it up, put a timeline for that, right? And then set it up, and people can come and I'll just do a one card read for them. So that'll be interesting. So Connie, thank you. T. Jessica, thank you. Delvin, thank you. Chasing Stardust, thank you. Beverly, thank you. Debbie, and then we have Candace, thank you. Who else do we have? Am I missing some names? I sure am. Elena, thank you. Vexing Vixen, thank you. Teresa, thank you. Monbrat, thank you. Newfie, thank you. So thank you all, everybody. I do appreciate you all. Have a great rest of the week. Stay safe, be happy, be healthy, and see you in the next one. Bye for now. Oh wait, now people are saying 89% say that he is a man. Okay, it went from 100 to 89, which, anywho. All right, y'all. Bye for now. Take care.